Hey everybody, it's your boy Maine-Chat. And I need to talk to y'all real quick. I just need to vent. I need to get something off my system that's just really been bothering me for a while, but it really just triggered me today after a family situation. And what I'm about to talk about, it might seem like I'm being insensitive or, you know, but at this point, it just needs to be said, and I really don't care. So a relative of mine just passed away, a cousin of mine. Um, and he was about that life. Y'all already know what I mean when I say he was about that life. And he passed away, right? And got a group family text saying, hey, cousin so-and-so passed away. Can everybody contribute to the funeral expenses? Can everybody contribute, anywhere between $50 to $100? And if you can do more than that, also we're doing a GoFundMe page to raise money to bury him. I responded, absolutely not. And I said that none of y'all should be asking us for any money. Here's the thing, y'all. If you're going to be doing that type of stuff, the drugging and the slanging, the gang banging and stuff, get yourself some life insurance. Don't live a life where you could possibly get shot up and killed and then leave us to bury you. That's ridiculous. You're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you're on Snap, talk about you make money, you get bitches, you get hoes, you get pussy, you buying all these clothes and you looking good and you got the gear, you got the ride and all this other stuff. Then something happens to you, there's no money. I said, absolutely not. He got some grills, he got a whole bunch of gold chains, right? He got 2 kids, give one gold chain to one kid, give one gold chain to the other, pawn the rest of it. He bought all these clothes last week, talk about I'm getting my money up and I'm doing this and y'all need to get on my level and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and niggas ain't nobody out here, I'm making money and all this other stuff. All those clothes he bought last week, return them. He got the black Air Forces, right? Those are sold out, high demand, sell those to the highest bidder. He got a car he can't drive, send that back, whatever you got to do, and then come back to us and say, well, hey, this is what we still need. But this is ridiculous. Y'all bragging about all the money y'all make, and then y'all don't have no money to show for when y'all die. And then your mom's asking people for money, your BM's asking people for money, because now, she still got to take care of your kids for the rest of their lives and some more stuff. Get yourself some life insurance. And then you got your homeboys talk about Pookie and Ray Ray and them. I'm just throwing out names about the situation. Pookie and Ray Ray and them, they was a soldier. Though they wasn't no soldier. They didn't leave nothing for their kids. No legacy. What? He ran the block? He didn't leave no money, no nothing. Now the mother of the children got to figure out what to do, raising the kids without a father and some more stuff. Have a plan. If something happens to me, this is for my kids. I may not like my BM. I may not rock with her, but she's the one who I decided to have kids with. If something happens, this is for her. This is for my kids. So that way they are set. Not no GoFundMe and Cash App and all this other stuff. And now we got to come up with all this money and everybody's going out their pocket. For what? When you had all this money and when you were alive and people will ask you, hey, yo, cuz, yo, bro, can we get a few dollars? Nah, bro, you got to go flip. And now we got to go and do this for you. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Love you. May have a smile upon the family. I'll buy something for the repast like I normally do with any other thing, but I'm not giving no money to no funeral. Cremate them. I don't know if there's a plan A, plan B, plan C for cremate, plan C for cheap, but do the cheapest funeral. Talk about we're gonna do a big for my son and all this other stuff. For what? If he wanted the big behind funeral, if he died, he should have put some money aside for that. Fellas, ladies, whoever, whatever y'all do, y'all gangbang, y'all in the streets, stop leaving us to bury y'all. Because I'm not doing it no more. And neither should y'all. And it should be something that if you join these gangs or you join this lifestyle, understand that some of y'all at the top, it's just all about the money and the pawns that y'all can use. I guess, I don't know. But there should be something, hey, if you're going to join this, if you're going to be a part of this life, before I give you your first gun, your first set of drugs to sell, whatever, go out and get some life insurance. You got some kids, you get some life insurance. Because as much as I don't care about the business, I just want my money from you. You want to re-up, whatever the case. I don't know all those terminologies that y'all use. Get yourself some life insurance. Come back to me with proof that you got some life insurance. Because if something happens to you, I'm tired of seeing this. If people ain't talking to you like that when you're trying to join this stuff, you shouldn't get involved. Y'all always talk about I'm flipping and doing this. Then where's the money at? Why are people begging to bury you? I just can't fake the funk no more. Me and a few of my relatives went at it, but I said what I said and I meant what I said. I'm not contributing, and neither should y'all. And if y'all do, the cheapest thing. And if y'all are gonna do a GoFundMe, do a GoFundMe for the kids, not to give him some nice funeral. He don't deserve it. He didn't leave no money for one. And don't go getting these preachers. Let's talk about that. Let's not get no preachers talk about Pookie was a good man and da 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 da. And he's up there smiling down. No, he ain't. Pookie is not smiling down on nothing. He's looking up. Saying, God, why did you forsake me and all this other stuff? Pookie ain't lived not one word for nothing. No salvation. Did not give his life to the Lord. Stop getting these preachers to lie to make y'all feel good. Now hear me. Not saying that Pookie probably could have been good at some things. We all good at some things, bad at some things. You could be a great father, horrible worker, horrible father, great friend, horrible son. Well, there's good and bad. So I'm not saying that he couldn't have been good or whatever the case may be, but I'm just tired of this. False hopes and false dreams and all this other stuff. And he was this and that and free him. And he was a good one. If he was a good one, he would have did right by his kids. He would have did right by his family. Please, y'all, get some life insurance. Now, if your life insurance don't cover everything, that's one thing. But at least make it look good. Okay, hey, y'all, we went over the life insurance. This is what he had. We still need this amount. Then you might have me. Hey, he didn't have enough for the funeral, but he's showing up to leave some stuff for his kids. For the woman of his children, to make sure that his kids are straight until they become adults. Y'all sitting there dying over a block. And y'all don't even own no property on the block, on the street. And you die, and the next day somebody else is taking over your territory that you got shot over. It don't make no sense. If you're gonna die for a block, own some property on it. If you're gonna die, I like it when somebody dies and the street gets named after them. That's when you have some territory. That's when you have some power. That's when you have some influence. It goes from being whatever street to Pookie Street, Pookie Road, Pookie and Man and then Boulevard or something like that. That's when you can claim a block. That's when you can claim a territory. You did something. You contributed to the community. You ain't got nothing. Post that GoFundMe if you want to. Talk about, no, he was this, he was that. He didn't leave no money for his kids. Shame on him. If you're going to donate to his kids. Don't donate to him to have some illustrious, elaborate funeral. It's not worth it. We're in the middle of a pandemic anyway. They're zooming and streaming anyway. Do something real small. Don't have to get the best casket and all this other stuff. And if you are, start selling his stuff first. And then come back to the family. I just cannot do this no more. Please get yourself some life insurance. Please think about the decisions that you're making. Hold each other accountable in this game, you know, all this other stuff. And like I said, have a plan B. Plan B. I understand that sometimes people don't want to do the life insurance thing. They feel like that's fraudulent or whatever the case may be, or they don't want to have a third party person involved. Have somebody then. Have your closest homeboy, your homegirl, your bro, your sis, whoever. I understand that in this game, from what I hear from a lot of people, you can't trust people and everybody's in it for themselves. But that's a red flag. I'm not going into business if I always got to look behind my back. I can't have not one person in my corner to say, hey, bro, sis, if this happens to me, knowing the game that we're in, go here. The person will know what to do, and they will give you what they need to give you to give to my kids, to give to my BM. Something. Even I know some of y'all don't even rock with your BM, your baby's mothers, but you ought to be able to say, hey, if something happens to me, you can go here for this. That's it. Make sure I don't want to be a GoFundMe statistic. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. It is not a good look at all. Have something. Well, I'll say it again. Have something for people to make sure that you get put into the ground. But this has got to stop. It's just overwhelming and out of hand. And this is a conversation that needs to happen. So all you real ones out there, all you thugs, get in the corner, whatever the case may be, flipping, selling, riding, hoeing, tricking, whatever you do, have some life insurance, because I'm tired of the bull swinky. Because now we know that you are a fraud. We know that you are a fraud because everybody's looking like, hold on, screenshot, because I sent some pictures into the family text. This is the picture that he had last week of hundreds and hundreds on top of hundreds. This is a picture of all the clothes he bought, the car he drove. And you mean to tell me his kids don't have nothing? It ain't always the women out here, looking like something. The kids don't look like nothing. Fellas, y'all be looking like class and 5-star celebrities, and your kids be looking like trash too. It ain't just them. Y'all be doing it too. She got my kid out here looking like, no, you got your kid looking out there too, because you out here looking like the freshest sneakers and some more stuff, and you ain't got nothing. I'm just tired of it. So I said what I said, and I meant what I said, and y'all need to do better. Or y'all need to just start getting them cremated and doing the cheapest thing, and stop doing these GoFundMes. I honestly think GoFundMe, if of course if it was an accident, or something like that, a death where actually somebody was caught in the crossfire or something really tragic, but not if you lived that life. So stop banning the GoFundMes and all this other stuff. That's just me, and that's just where I stand, and that's all I really had to say about it. Get some life insurance, do better, stop all the faking and fronting on social media that you got all this money, and then it comes to find out you don't have it. Y'all supposed to be real, y'all supposed to be gangsters, y'all supposed to be, a real one. A real one makes sure that they leave a legacy. That's what a real one does. Your legacy is that you fronted for social media about a lifestyle that you were living, and then come to find out you weren't living that lifestyle, because we got to raise money for you to get buried and to make sure that your children are set. That's not a legacy. That's not a real one. That's a fake one. That's a fraudulent one. And we need to start changing the narrative. So thank you all for listening to me. I will no longer support a GoFundMe, funeral, page, anything for someone who lived a life of like that, and then at least have some money left for their family, because we are tired of doing it. That's all I have to say. Peace and God bless.